big, but it ain't no rhyme. We don't know the meaning of drought because we keep it so wet. Just speaking in general, boy, there is no formidable ant. That bone, never step on it. When you want it, mind the kind of give it hope when they down and out. Dig a hole so deep, ain't no climbing out. Yeah, I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say it lonely at the top, but just the best. Don't you see me out here shining, better flex. I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say it lonely at the top, it's the best. And even if we die today, don't live forever. Live forever.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Bengals are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Lions, who will need to solve that secondary. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Time to see if this Bengals offense and Andy Dalton can pick themselves up off the mat, Charles, because last week was a real struggle against Chicago, 33-7, their worst home loss since a 34-3 defeat against Baltimore in 2008.
Yeah, and you're talking about picking themselves off the mat. Remember the week before, they had lost a hard-fought Monday night game at home to Pittsburgh. And I think that spiraled them a little bit. Tough for them to get back up. They got whacked again in this pass game. Can they now dust themselves off and play to win a football game down the stretch? Remember, Andy Dalton, he'd gone 193 attempts without an interception, the best stretch of his career prior to last week's game.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. So many teams want to throw the ball in this.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
good locker room, and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Lines. The Lions got a tick above 500 last week with a win over Tampa Bay, and Matthew Stafford led them to that victory. Despite an injured hand during the week, he was limited in practice. Still threw for 381 and a touchdown.
Yeah, they stopped a 2-game losing streak, kept their playoff hopes alive.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
Golden Tate is a dream for a play caller as a wide receiver because you can use him all over the field. Use him out wide, bring him into the slot, circle him into the backfield, where he can take handoffs as a running back. But the key part of his game, run after catch. Usually one of the top players in the NFL in that statistic.
Play action. Stafford. He finds Riddick complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside, you can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him. Gives him that huge chip on his shoulder. And when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
Riddick with a carry. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere.
But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On the ground, it's Riddick. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And now running right through it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be...
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They go back to Riddick. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got to be careful here, Dalton. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And just shutting him off there. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Reddick light on his feet. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do is
to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.